Staples Center filled to capacity. It's Houston facing Los Angeles. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Houston, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Motiejunas and Howard the post pair, and it's Lawson in at the point guard position. Good, it's Harden with the assist that time. Lawson's got the opening field goal of the game for the Rockets.
Listen, got James Harden, clearly the front runner for the best shooting guard in the NBA. Arguably in the conversation for the best player in our league. And listen, he's a league leader in scoring a season ago. He's a one-man wrecking crew offensively.
And James Harden really an offense unto himself, as Greg was just talking about. They had a stat which combined three-pointer made and three-point makes created with a pass. Harden was first, and Clark, it wasn't even close.
Well, that was a mouthful in terms of breaking down those analytics, but I tell you what, he does a great job of attacking and finding teammates for threes. I can put it simply that way.
And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here is Paul. Now it's sent it down to Doris Burke, who is able to catch up with Coach Doc Rivers.
He said their scouting report is really all about how to handle Dwight Howard. Obviously a tremendously impactful player at both ends of the court. Coach said, offensively, we always need to know where he is. Defensively, it's always about doing your work early, trying to hold your ground and deny him prime position inside. Sounds like a good plan, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Guys, I'm not sure there's a better star player who's a better fit for his team's philosophy than James Harden. Clark reflects the Rocket system perfectly.
I don't think you're wrong on that, Kevin. I mean, the Rockets, an analytically minded team. They love layups, free throws, and threes. Harden can get all of those done.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Jordan kicks to Redick. 5 on the clock. He had to fade back on that one, but still got it to go. Griffin's got his first basket.
Kevin, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
And Harden, either intentionally or not, is really the poster child for a new era of analytics that's starting to drive basketball. I mean, he generates a lot of points, but most importantly, he does it with tremendous efficiency, in part because he lives at the free throw line.
Now here's Paul. Harden missing his last shot. Jordan sets the pick for Pierce, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
Boy, excellent work that time by Paul. Set a nice screen that time.
Rockets trail by 4. Lawson gets to Ariza. Back to Lawson. Here's Motiejunas. And a miss there on the triple.
And, you know, for the Rockets, acquiring James Harden might be the trade of the decade. You look at what they gave up, and it's hard to argue that they didn't win that transaction in a big way.
Now here's Paul. After Motiejunas' miss, stolen by Harden. Changes up. And the rebound goes to Griffin.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
The 11-footer poked loose.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Back to Harden. Here's Redick. He dishes it to Griffin, and stolen by Howard. Ariza kicks to Howard, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
A different look for the Clippers. Lance Stephenson's checked in for Pierce, and it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Ty Lawson.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Motiejunas. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. So for the Clippers, Aldridge comes in for Jordan. And it's Smith in for Blake Griffin. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first. 6 to shoot. They need this one. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
They get it again.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
Last season, the Clippers came away with the 3rd seed out west. They were very tough in conference and managed to get 37 of their 56 wins against Western Conference teams.
Now, here's Beverly. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Los Angeles leading by 6. As you said, for the Clippers, 37 wins last year against the rest of the West. That total was the 2nd most against the rest of the West among any team in the league. Trailed only Golden State in that regard.
And you know what? They played the top West teams tough as well. One of only 3 Western Conference teams to be over 500 against the rest of the playoff teams from the West. That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Stevenson drives in, plays it up, and banks it in. Stevenson's got his first basket of the night.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Stolen by Stevenson. And Blake Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach. And he
watching him kind of go through.
Well, talking about taking the right course, we know that the older brother of Blake Griffin, 3 years older, he played, as did Blake, for their dad Tommy in high school, and they were terrific high school players and 4-time state champions.
I mean, it always helps to have a big brother who's kind of been there and done that and can share those experiences with you. Doesn't hurt to have a dad also who's a pro player either, and also a college coach.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. We've got Patrick Beverly. Jones is out there with Moniunas. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Brewer in the shooting guard position.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And it's Jones. That time on the assist from Corey Brewer. Jones has got his second basket.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Well, for Terrence Jones, Clark, a very scary episode to begin last season. He suffered from a rare nerve damage to his left leg.
Yeah, he wondered if he'd be able to play again after missing 3 months. He finally got back out on the court. Good for him, because I enjoy watching him play.
Right side, Griffin lets it go from 14. And that's off the glass and in.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Out to the right wing. Here's Jones. Great D that time from Jordan.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
That pushes it to double digits. And the Clippers lead by 11.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
Paul Pierce is checked in for Wesley Johnson. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Houston. Lawson comes in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Jordan. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Moniunas. And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones was out. They missed those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt him inside. But also, remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So, in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed.
There's the dish to Crawford. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Here's Motiejunas. Ball's knocked loose. Lawson dishes to Brewer. Looking to end the run, and it's Ty Lawson with the 3. Lawson's got his second basket of the night.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, and Jordan sends it back.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Dishes to Griffin. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And you see the way Blake Griffin plays, he is a force. Very hard to contain him when he gets in close, just due to his strength and activity.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. Lance Stevenson comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Chris Paul subbed in for J.J. Redick. The Rockets also changing it up. Capella's checked in, and James Harden subbed in for Trevor Ariza. For Griffin and his ability to create contact close, he's been called a bull in a china shop, something that I think Clarkey embraces.
Yeah, I think he'd rather be the bull than the... China in that situation. Because of his strength and physicality. And I think that's the right mentality to have as a power forward.
Here's Paul. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got his 3rd assist on the night.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Here's Harden. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And they double up Paul. Here's Aldrich. And it's going to be... Two free throws, drew contact on the shot.
And the Clippers not known for being an outside shooting team, but they take a large amount of deep mid-range 2s as well as their fair share of 3s.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for the Clippers. For the Clippers, you think of Lob City and it's all dunks, but the reality is, Clark, as Greg was just talking about, that just isn't the case.
It really isn't. I mean, they also led the league in pull-up shots attempted by a wide margin, about 24 pull-up Jays a game. I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
The Rockets have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. No good on the free throw. And the Clippers making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And then for Houston, Terrence Jones comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson. Here's Harden, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Here's the three. No good on the buzzer beater. A dominating